left.
So these come out in April. These are Shedeur Sanders sneakers, bruh. So we have a release date on these. So these come out in April. Wow. That's a whole nother video, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So his signature shoes gonna come out in April, bro. These are nice.
Sanders is the first fifth-round rookie to make the Pro Bowl since Puka Nacua.
Let's talk about it.
But let's talk about his stats before we talk about the Pro Bowl, all right? His 2025 stats, all right? He went 120 of 212 passes for completions, 1,400 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Now, Cam, that has raised a lot of red flags around the Pro Bowl, and really, what does it mean to be a Pro Bowler?
You think I'm worried about what critics say or what people gotta say? You know who my dad is? They hated on him too. So it's like it's almost normal. Without people hating, it's not normal for us. So we like the adversity. We like everything that comes with the name. That's why we are who we are.
Shedeur Sanders completely shook up the entire NFL landscape during day 2 of Pro Bowl practice when he revealed something nobody was expecting. His signature shoes are officially set to release in April, and the design? Straight heat. This isn't just another basic sneaker collaboration we're talking about here. This is Shedeur Sanders landing his own signature shoe line as a fifth-round rookie, which is almost unheard of in the NFL, especially this early in a career. While all of that is unfolding, Shedeur is out on the field at Pro Bowl practice, mic'd up, putting in work, chopping it up with Mike Vick, and reminding everyone exactly why he's considered one of the most marketable young players in the league right now. On top of that, the Browns released exclusive footage showing Shedeur taking control of the huddle, leading like a seasoned veteran, and looking completely comfortable in that role. So let's get into everything that went down on day 2 of Pro Bowl practice, why this signature shoe announcement is a massive game changer for Shedeur Sanders' brand, and why the entire NFL world can't stop talking about it right now.
Man, he done went off. Now, we all understand that, hey, it could have been other selections, but, hey, who don't want to see Shedeur Sanders play on the Pro Bowl? Comment down below. Let us know. And why. Tell us a valid reason. Let us know why. You know, people been going off talking about, hey, I guess this means the Cleveland Browns going to retire his jersey at halftime. You know. And then this fella here.
Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler this year. Okay? And yeah, they're two completely different things. But they're both awards that are voted upon. Shedeur is a Pro Bowler because of his father, and Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer is voted on pure hatred if true, and it's just stupid. It delegitimizes everything.
Wait a minute, Shedeur's in the Pro Bowl?
Yes, it was announced yesterday.
I give up.
All right, let's dive straight into this, because what just went down at Pro Bowl practice day 2 is absolutely huge. Shedeur Sanders revealed that his signature shoes are officially dropping in April. And when I say signature shoes, I don't mean some basic sneaker with his name thrown on the side. I'm talking about a true signature line, a shoe built specifically for Shedeur Sanders, a shoe that reflects his brand, his personality, and the path he's taken to get here. And the design? Straight fire. Now, before we fully get into the shoes, let me tell you what else happened at Pro Bowl practice day 2. The Cleveland Browns released exclusive footage of Shedeur Sanders mic'd up during practice. And this wasn't just some light behind-the-scenes clip. This was Shedeur inside the huddle, calling plays, communicating clearly with his teammates, and showing exactly why he's viewed as a leader. When you watch the footage, you see Shedeur breaking down routes with receivers. You see him talking through strategy with other players. You see him joking around, but locking in the moment it's time to be serious. And that's why this footage matters so much, because it proves Shedeur isn't at the Pro Bowl just to enjoy the experience. He's there to put in work. Let me really paint the picture of what this mic'd up footage sounds like. You hear Shedeur saying things like, "Hey, I'm going upset. I don't need you running anything deep. I need you right here. Listen, the key is, when we're close to the goal line, just get in. If they blitz, get out of my way. I'm getting open." These aren't just random remarks. These are calculated, strategic conversations between a quarterback and his teammates. These are the same types of discussions that take place during real NFL games.
Flag football team, and I think it's going to be very, very cool just to see him interacting with Mike Vick. Mike Vick mentored Shedeur a lot during his time in college. Definitely paid a couple visits up to Colorado. Let's watch this.
Made the Pro Bowl.
What? Shedeur Sanders has been
Per Jordan Schultz sources. Sanders is the first 5th-round rookie to make the Pro Bowl since Puka Nacua. So, hey, selling point for you. If
you got a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Nate Fieldhouse, you got a Pro Bowl quarterback.
And now the internet is on fire. You see it. Legendary. They is upset. They is mad. But you know what goes on that contract? You know what goes in front of my name? Pro Bowl quarterback. Is all I'm saying. So don't let the internet trick you.
And the fact that Shedeur is having these kinds of conversations at the Pro Bowl with players he's literally never shared a field with before tells you everything you need to know about how fast he adjusts and how natural his leadership really is. There's no hesitation. There's no awkward feeling it out phase. He steps right in and commands respect. Now, let's talk about Mike Vick for a moment, because that connection matters. Mike Vick is coaching Shedeur's flag football team at the Pro Bowl. And if you've followed Shedeur's journey at all, then you already know this isn't some random pairing. Mike Vick has been a mentor to Shedeur for years. He's visited him multiple times at Colorado during his college career. He's been in Shedeur's corner, offering guidance, dropping knowledge, and helping him understand how to play quarterback at the highest possible level. And now, here they are again at the Pro Bowl, working side by side. That's powerful. It shows that Shedeur has built genuine relationships with NFL legends. It shows he's not just a rookie who stumbled into a spotlight moment. He's someone who's been intentionally prepared for this stage. Now, let's circle back to these signature shoes, because this is where things really hit another level. When the footage dropped of Shedeur revealing his signature shoes, people were genuinely stunned. And the reason is simple. Signature shoe deals are usually reserved for established superstars. We're talking about players who've been in the league for years, players who've already proven themselves at the very top. But here you have Shedeur, a 5th-round pick in his rookie season, already announcing a signature shoe set to release in April. That's not normal. That almost never happens. And here's why this is such a massive deal. In the NFL, a signature shoe isn't just about performance. It means you're a brand. It means companies believe your name can move product. It means fans want to dress like you, play like you, and represent what you stand for. So when a company invests in Shedeur this early, they're not betting on what he's already done. They're betting on what they believe he's about to become. That speaks volumes about how his potential is being viewed behind the scenes. Now, let's talk about the actual design of the shoes. From the footage we've seen, the colorway is predominantly black with some clean, unique details throughout. Shedeur himself said the black colorway is his favorite, which fits perfectly with his overall vibe. But beyond the look, these shoes symbolize something bigger. They represent Shedeur's journey, from Trinity High School to Jackson State, from Colorado to the NFL. Every step, every level, every chapter of his story is reflected in this moment.
With that, Trevor Long, man, look, bro, this a popularity contest at the end of the day.
Okay, I was just
because it's still a business.
Yeah, they want
the NFL said, "Hey, man, we got to still meet our visual quota.
Yeah,
who gonna be the bigger story? Yeah. We knew we was gonna get y'all to rage bait and move and shake the bush. Come on now, added Shedeur to the Pro Bowl. Not to say he ain't deserving."
And when fans lace up these shoes, they're not just putting on a pair of sneakers. They're stepping into a piece of Shedeur's story. They're wearing a symbol of his journey and everything it took to get him to this moment. And there was another moment during Pro Bowl interviews that really stood out to me. A reporter asked Shedeur, "What does it mean to you to be a Pro Bowler?" And his answer was pure humility. He said, "It's amazing. I'm really thankful. I come here and I'm like, dang, I really get to be around all these great guys and great coaches. It's surreal. That kind of response is what earns respect. Shedeur isn't out here flexing. He's not acting like he's already arrived. He's appreciative of the moment, grounded in reality, and clearly still hungry to get better. That mindset matters. Now, let me circle back to that mic'd up footage for a second, because one exchange in particular tells you a lot about how Shedeur's mind works. He's talking to a receiver about routes and says, listen, I'm really only looking for you to get open 2 to 3 yards inside the tackle box. The receiver asks, what if I'm open in the corner? And Shedeur responds, I'm rocking with you, that's cool. That back and forth shows you Shedeur isn't just tossing the ball and hoping for the best. He's processing, he's thinking ahead, he's visualizing where his receivers should be, how plays can develop, and how to put his teammates in the best position to succeed. That's quarterback thinking. That's leadership in real time. Now let's talk about the overall energy at Pro Bowl practice day 2. From everything we saw, the vibe was right. Players were laughing, joking, and enjoying the moment. But they were also locked in. They were running plays, learning from coaches, and building chemistry with guys they don't normally play with. And Shedeur was right in the center of all of it, blending in naturally and standing out at the same time. And this brings me to the business side of things. Shedeur landing a signature shoe deal as a rookie tells you exactly how the NFL and major brands see him. They view him as someone who can move the needle, someone with a huge following, someone with star potential who's going to be relevant in this league for a long time, and they want to be there from the very beginning. The timing of this reveal is also important. Shedeur chose to unveil these shoes at the Pro Bowl during a nationally broadcast event when millions of eyes were already on him. That's not accidental, that's calculated. That's using your platform the right way. Because now, people aren't just talking about his performance at the Pro Bowl. They're talking about his shoes. They're talking about his brand. They're talking about what's next for Shedeur Sanders. And of course, there are going to be critics. There will always be people saying Shedeur doesn't deserve a signature shoe yet. People saying he hasn't proven enough. But those takes miss the bigger picture. Signature shoe deals aren't only about stats or years in the league. They're about influence. They're about marketability. They're about brand power. And Shedeur checks every single one of those boxes.
He's a confident black man. That's the problem. Just really forget. I don't know if y'all know it. His daddy was a confident black man. They didn't like his daddy, and they don't like his son. That's what the problem is. They don't like him. He's already prejudged before you get there. Ain't nothing wrong with Shedeur. Nothing.
Is that why everyone is telling him to be humble? But
let me also talk about the reaction to this announcement, because the response says everything. The moment the footage dropped showing Shedeur's shoes, social media went into a frenzy. People were zooming in on the design, breaking down the details, asking where they could pre-order, and counting down to April. That's the type of buzz brands pray for. That level of excitement doesn't happen by accident. That kind of engagement is a clear sign that a product is going to move, and it shows just how tapped in Shedeur's audience already is. Now, let's swing this back to the Browns for a moment. While Shedeur is out in San Francisco taking part in the Pro Bowl, the Browns are still making moves behind the scenes. They just added another hire, continuing to build out what looks like a championship-level staff around Shedeur. And that matters. It shows the Browns aren't just sitting back and hoping he figures everything out on his own. They're actively putting pieces in place to support him, develop him, and set him up to succeed. And I want to touch on the Mike Vick connection one more time, because it really can't be overstated. Mike Vick coaching Shedeur at the Pro Bowl is a big deal. Mike Vick understands exactly what it's like to be a young, dynamic quarterback in the NFL. He's lived the pressure. He's felt the expectations. He knows the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And now he's passing that knowledge directly to Shedeur, helping him navigate this stage of his career with real insight and experience. Now, let's talk about what this signature shoe deal actually means for Shedeur's future, because this goes way beyond footwear. This is about legacy. This is about positioning yourself as a brand that extends past football. When you think about athletes with signature shoes, you think about more than just the product. Those shoes represent greatness. They represent excellence. They represent cultural impact. And now, Shedeur is stepping into that space. And the timing of the release is just as important. These shoes are dropping in April, right in the heart of the off-season. That's when fans are craving football-related content. That's when they're looking for ways to stay connected to their favorite players while there are no games being played. By releasing his shoes in April, Shedeur keeps himself front and center even during the slow months. That's smart business, plain and simple.
It's amazing. I'm truly thankful for it. Like, I just come here and I'm like, dang, I really get to be around all these great guys and these great coaches and everything. So it's like, it's surreal.
What does it mean to you to be a footballer?
This so hard, man. Now, I believe Shedeur Sanders is like I stated, is going to steal the show at this year's Pro Bowl. Whoa, when do these come out? My bad. So these come out in April. These are Shedeur Sanders sneakers, bruh.
Now, let's circle back to the design one more time, because this is where it really hits. The shoes are predominantly black, but they feature some unique detailing that makes them stand out. From what we've seen in the footage, they're clean, sleek, something fans would actually be excited to rock. And that's key. If the shoes don't look good, people won't buy them. But if they look this fire, you can bet people will line up. And let's touch on pricing real quick. We don't have the exact numbers yet, but based on what signature shoes usually go for, they're probably going to land somewhere in the $100 to $150 range. And here's the thing. People aren't just paying for sneakers. They're buying a piece of Shedeur Sanders. They're buying into his story, his journey, and his brand. Now, I want to throw a question out to you, and I want you to really think about it before you comment. Does Shedeur Sanders deserve a signature shoe deal as a rookie, or should he have to prove himself on the field first? Because if you look at everything, his marketability, his leadership, the respect he commands from his peers, it's pretty clear he's earned this. So there you have it. Shedeur Sanders just stunned the NFL world on Pro Bowl practice day 2 by revealing that his signature shoes are dropping in April, and the design is absolutely fire. At the same time, the Browns released exclusive mic'd-up footage showing Shedeur commanding the huddle like a seasoned veteran, all while Mike Vick continues mentoring him as his Pro Bowl coach. This signature shoe deal proves one thing. Shedeur isn't just a football player, he's a brand. And come April, fans will finally have the chance to own a piece of his legacy.